We're nearing the finish line now. Time for fence installation. These old jet-lock fences are pretty easy to install because the holes are already there. I'm just using the original fasteners. If you don't have original fasteners, you can come up with some solution using Allen head bolts that fit into these rails. But all in all, it's usually pretty easy install because the holes are lined up already. Now I'm aligning the table saw fence. I just use a combination square for this. You can buy fancy jigs and whatnot, but this for woodworking, this is good enough. The key here is to get it close and sort of tap the edges of the table to get it aligned, and then once you've got it really close, then to use the same tooth front and back. You'll see here in a second that I grab the front of the blade, and then as I'm moving there, I want to measure and make sure it's aligned. It is aligned. Now I'm going to tighten all the bolts on the tabletop. And now I'm just, now that the blade is aligned with the miter gauge slot, now I'm going to align the fence with the miter gauge slot. And these fences are very adjustable, which is good. There's 2 bolts on the front top of the fence to align the angle of the fence with the miter gauge slot. And then there's a little screw on the front to adjust the tightness of the back clamp. Once these are adjusted well, they ride real smooth. They're great fences when adjusted well. They get a bad rap because many times people use them without waxing the rails and aligning everything properly. And now on to some test cuts here. I'm going to use some oak, 1.5 inch thick oak, to do a few test cuts and make sure everything's all aligned properly. I did add an auxiliary fence or sacrificial fence to the machine.